Welcome to Academy of English Excellence. Hello, everyone. I am your host, and welcome back to the Academy of English Excellence. Today, we are diving into one of the most effective strategies for mastering real-world English, breaking free from textbook translation, and speaking with natural confidence. The power of collocations. If you have ever felt like you know a lot of vocabulary, but your sentences still sound awkward or formal, the missing piece is almost certainly collocations. A collocation is simply a pair or group of words that naturally go together in everyday speech. Native speakers do not construct every sentence from individual grammar rules. Instead, they retrieve pre-assembled blocks of language. When you learn words in isolation, your brain spends too much energy trying to fit them together. This causes long pauses, heavy translation in your head, and unnatural phrasing. By shifting your focus toward natural word combinations, your speaking becomes faster, smoother, and far more authentic. Everyday verbs and their natural partners. Let us examine how tiny word choices dramatically change how natural you sound. Consider the verb do versus make. Many English learners confuse these two verbs constantly because in many languages, a single word covers both concepts. In English, we use make when creating, producing, or constructing something new. For example, you make a decision, make a mistake, or make a progress. Wait, is progress correct? No. And that brings us to a very common mistake. We say make progress or make a suggestion, but we do not say make a work. On the other hand, we use do for actions, tasks, obligations, and general activities. You do your homework, do the dishes, or do a favor. Notice how native speakers say, I need to do some research rather than, I need to make some research. Making research sounds stiff and incorrect, while doing research sounds completely natural. Upgrading business and professional English. In professional settings, using exact collocations gives you an immediate boost in authority and clarity. Let us look at how we talk about projects, deadlines, and goals. Instead of saying, I finished my goal, a polished English speaker would say, I achieved my goal, or I met my target. When managing time, you do not clear a deadline. You meet a deadline, or if time is tight, you miss a deadline. If a project is running behind schedule, you might need to catch up on work or extend the deadline. Let us look at another high-value professional phrase, pitch an idea. When you present a new concept to your boss or client, you pitch an idea. Using verbs like pitch, meet, and achieve immediately transforms your spoken English from basic to professional. Common traps and mistakes to avoid. Now, let us highlight 3 very frequent errors that learners make when building sentences. First, using the wrong preposition after adjectives. Many learners say, I am interested on history. However, the natural combination is always interested in. Similarly, you are not good in math. You are good at math or talented at design. Second, heavy overuse of the word get. While get is common, overusing it makes your speech repetitive. Instead of saying, I got very angry, try using, I became furious. Instead of, I got a big problem, try, I encountered an unexpected issue. Third, literal translation from your native language. Many learners say, I took a decision. While this is acceptable in British English, A far more common global phrase is, I made a decision. Likewise, we do not open the light. We turn on the light or switch on the lamp. Grammar and focus. The present perfect continuous. To sound fluid when describing ongoing life experiences, you need to master the present perfect continuous tense. We form this structure using have been or has been, followed by the verb ending in ing. We use this tense to talk about actions that started in the past and are still continuing right now, or have just finished with a clear result in the present. For example, I have been learning English for 6 months. Compare this to the simple past tense. I learned English for 6 months. The simple past means the action is completely finished. You are no longer learning. The present perfect continuous, however, highlights the ongoing journey and dedication up to this moment. Here is another practical example. She has been working on that presentation all morning. This emphasizes the duration and ongoing effort, rather than just the final result. Real-life example scenarios. Let us bring all of this together with 2 real-life scenarios. Pay close attention to how natural collocations and targeted grammar flow together. Scenario 1. A casual conversation with a colleague at work. Hey Sarah, how has your week been going so far? Honestly, I have been working nonstop to meet this project deadline. My team had to pitch an idea to the board yesterday, and we were under a lot of pressure. But luckily, everything went smoothly, and we made great progress. Scenario 2. Discussing personal goals with a friend. I have been thinking about changing my routine lately. Really? What are you planning to do? Well, I want to make time for exercise and focus on personal growth. I realize that if I set clear goals and stick to them every day, I will achieve far better results. Practical speaking practice. Now it is time for your active speaking practice. I am going to read 3 natural sentences. Pause after each one and repeat them out loud. Focus on smooth pronunciation, rhythm, and natural pauses. Sentence 1. I have been making steady progress with my English fluency. Sentence 2. We need to make a quick decision before we miss the deadline. Sentence 3. She is exceptionally good at finding creative solutions to difficult problems. Repeat these sentences several times today. Practice saying them until the words roll off your tongue without hesitation. Daily strategy for fast improvement. To make natural collocations a permanent part of your vocabulary, stop writing down single words in your notebook. Whenever you hear or read a new expression, write down the entire phrase. Instead of writing down the word decision, write make a tough decision. Instead of writing attention, write pay close attention to details. When you study language in full context, your brain stores it as a single unit. When you speak, your brain retrieves the whole unit instantly, eliminating the need to pause and translate word by word. Closing thoughts. Mastering a language is not about achieving perfection or memorizing every rule in a grammar book. It is about clear communication, consistency, and building natural habits step by step. Celebrate every small improvement you make each day. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time learning with me today. If you found this episode helpful, please take a second to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and share this channel with a friend who is also on their English learning journey. This is Academy of English Excellence. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and I will see you in the next episode.